Around 75% of men who train regularly neglect their forearms, not out of laziness, but simply because they don't know better. They'll spend hours training back, chest, and arms, yet completely overlook the muscles responsible for grip strength, movement control, and true arm density. The result? An unbalanced physique, incomplete strength, and limited aesthetics. What most people don't realize is that forearm development doesn't require complicated training. In fact, it's the simple, well-executed movements that trigger the right fibers and unlock the missing volume. These exercises align with how the body is naturally meant to move, to twist, grip, and stabilize, which is why they produce fast and lasting muscular response. If you've ever looked in the mirror and felt like something's missing from your arms, the issue may not be your biceps routine, but what you've been skipping right below them. And that's exactly what we're about to fix. Using real training principles, proven methods, and a focus on what truly works. There's a reason most people hit a plateau in their training and never quite figure out why their arms still look flat. The truth? They've forgotten the back of their forearms, the extensors. These muscles don't just sit there for decoration. They control wrist lift, stability, and that crisp, defined look you see on the arms of real craftsmen, old-school bodybuilders, and top-level athletes. Incorporating wrist extension into your workout isn't just smart. It's essential for balance and symmetry in sports and bodybuilding. Picture this. You're holding a barbell overhead, finishing a shoulder press. What keeps your wrist from folding like paper? Exactly, those neglected extensors. Now imagine training them with strict form. Light dumbbells, seated on a bench, forearms resting on your thighs, palms down. Slowly raise your hands up and down. Sounds simple? It is. But that isolated motion carves detail where most people never bother looking. That's how you build muscles with purpose, not just size. Every gym goer wants big muscles, but very few pay attention to the little hinges that hold everything together. This exercise is your secret weapon. When done consistently, wrist extension strengthens your joints, sharpens your grip, and enhances every pulling motion from deadlifts to rows. It's not glamorous, but neither is the foundation of a skyscraper. Want to grow muscle the right way? Then you've got to start where others stop, and that leads us to a motion that feels just as primal, just as essential. The second exercise in our sequence might look simple, but it's brutally effective. If you're serious about turning your forearms into solid pillars of real strength, this is where it begins. Wrist curls mimic the natural gripping motions used for carrying, climbing, pulling. All those primal movements our ancestors relied on to hunt, scale trees, or drag tools through the wilderness. And today, in the world of fitness and bodybuilding, this move is often overlooked. But make no mistake, if you want real training results, not just aesthetics, it starts right here. Sit on a bench, rest your forearm on your thigh or on a flat bench in front of you, and grab a dumbbell. Here, you can go a bit heavier than in the previous exercise. With your palm facing up, slowly curl your wrist upward in a controlled motion. The pump hits fast and hard. You'll feel the blood rushing in almost instantly. This move activates the wrist flexors, packing density into your forearm, improving muscle control, and sharpening coordination. It's a true functional workout, one that creates a real mind-muscle connection. This kind of training doesn't just live inside the gym. It gets you ready to carry heavy bags, hang from a pull-up bar, row with more control, real-world strength. It builds up your wrist, boosts performance in sports, and gives your arms that thick, powerful look even when you're not trying to show off. Ready to grow muscle, build strength, and take things to the next level? Good, because the next move hits your forearms from a whole new angle. The third exercise in our sequence shows up as a true game changer for anyone chasing not just size, but real, usable strength. The reverse curl turns the classic bicep curl into a forearm-focused powerhouse by using a pronated grip, palms facing down. That simple change shifts the effort from the biceps to the brachioradialis and the extensors, building that outer forearm thickness that screams function and control. It's a staple for serious athletes who want stronger elbows and a solid grip foundation in both sports and training. You can use a straight bar, an easy bar, or even dumbbells. What matters is keeping that pronated grip the whole time. Keep your elbows pinned to your sides and lift the weight up to shoulder height without swinging. A common mistake here is letting the elbows drift forward, which causes the shoulders to take over and steal the tension from the forearms. The feeling is totally different from a regular curl. Your forearms burn, your elbows feel locked in, and the muscles start reacting with real density. In climbing, MMA, or even CrossFit, this kind of strength is gold. And in the gym, it carves serious outer arm definition. Beyond just strengthening a forgotten area, this move takes pressure off the biceps and spreads the load more evenly during pulling workouts. That means fewer injuries, better muscle balance, and more capacity to handle heavy weights. Try throwing it in right after a heavy set of pull-ups or rows. It works great as strategic pre-exhaustion. And now that you've learned to change the grip, get ready to twist your way into a whole new level of control that most people never reach. The fourth exercise in this sequence hits a movement pattern almost no one trains, yet everyone uses it daily: forearm rotation. Pronation and supination replicate the twisting motion behind turning a doorknob, using a screwdriver, or even blocking a strike in combat. This rotational pattern activates deep muscles like the pronator teres and supinator, building the kind of structural strength that gives you real control over your wrist and hand. In the training world, that means more precision, stronger grip, and resilient, functional strength. Grab a dumbbell by one end, like holding a hammer, and rest your arm on a surface, whether it's a bench or your thigh. Slowly rotate your forearm, turning your palm up and then down. Don't rush it. The goal here isn't to lift heavy, but to move with awareness, activating muscle fibers most lifters never reach in traditional workouts. The motion is small, but the burn is real. This is the kind of workout that speaks directly to your nervous system, your tendons, your fine motor control. This exercise is especially valuable if you want to improve your grip for deadlifts, combat sports, or everyday tasks. Plus, it enhances wrist mobility, which is crucial for calisthenics, climbing, jiu-jitsu, or any pull-heavy training. Want a challenge? Try using a short bar or even a real hammer, gripping it closer to the end. The torque will surprise you. And now that we've trained deep control, it's time to blend it with brute strength, using a move that feels like a weapon forged in the primal gym of survival. The final exercise in the sequence brings brute strength and battle-ready posture. The hammer curl mimics the motion of wielding heavy tools: hammers, axes, even primitive weapons. By using a neutral grip, palms facing each other, this move heavily activates the brachioradialis, adding thick, dense size to your forearms and reinforcing your entire pulling chain. It's like your body is gearing up for a physical challenge, whether that's an ancient survival task or a heavy workout at the gym. With dumbbells in hand, keep your elbows tight to your sides and lift the weights up while keeping your palms facing inward. The neutral grip allows your biceps to work as a secondary player, but the real star here is your forearm. This exercise delivers a deep, skin-stretching pump, the kind that makes your arms feel like they're about to burst out of your sleeves. In both bodybuilding and functional fitness, it's the perfect bridge between aesthetics and raw performance. And yes, once you feel it, you want to keep this one in your rotation. If you love training with purpose, this is one of those moves that hits straight to the core of what matters. It builds grip strength, protects the elbows, and preps your body to pull, carry, or climb with more confidence and control. Try pairing it with reverse curls in a superset, or throw it in as a finisher with drop sets. The result? Muscles that don't just look good, they work. And if you've made it this far, you've already realized this isn't just about big muscles. It's about building a body that's ready for anything. Now that you understand the power behind these movements, the real question is, will you actually apply them, or let them fade away like most people do? Watching is easy, but growth happens through action. Your forearms can remain a weak link, or become your new symbol of strength and presence. It's your call. How many times have you skipped forearm training, thinking it wasn't that important? And what if this is the moment to change that? Try it, feel the pump, and watch what happens. When the results come, remember, they came from simple movements executed with intention. If this video helped you in any way, Drop a comment below and let me know which of these exercises are you adding to your workout starting now. And of course, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's plenty more content like this coming your way, and you won't want to miss it.